This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Thursday, the 22nd day of January in the year 2026. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. At the request of one of the members of the diplomatic community, Speaker of the National Assembly Nadir today met with foreign diplomats here in Guyana, 2 days after he lashed out at some of them while announcing a date for the election of the opposition leader. The meeting went on for over an hour at the Parliament buildings, and according to U.S. Ambassador to Guyana, the meeting was informal and interesting.
Yes, so it was just a very interesting informal meeting with the Speaker, and we just talked a little bit about the upcoming session of Parliament for the budget and the upcoming election for the leader of the opposition.
The U.S. Ambassador confirmed that the meeting was requested by the diplomatic corps in Guyana on the issue of the Speaker singling out the U.S. for criticism over her earlier call for the election of the leader of the opposition to take place without delay. Ambassador Theriot said the Speaker is entitled to his opinion, and she did not feel targeted.
I don't feel like he targeted us. I think he was simply expressing his opinion, which he has the right to do. So thank you.
In his statement 2 days ago, the Speaker of the National Assembly, Nadir, described as absurd the position of the Western diplomats who were calling for the election for the opposition leader to take place without delay. The 13th Parliament was convened in early November, but the office of the opposition leader was left empty as no date was set for the election of the opposition leader to take place. The Win Party is the largest party in the opposition, and its leader, Azruddin Mohammed, is the presumptive leader of the opposition. Mohammed and his father are currently fighting off an extradition request by the U.S. to face an 11-count indictment in Florida related to allegations of wire and mail fraud and tax evasion related to gold exports from Guyana. Both the father and son have denied the allegations and are fighting the extradition request. The Speaker in his statement admitted to not earlier setting a date for the elections because he is uncomfortable with Mohammed becoming the holder of the constitutional office. He described Mohammed as an international fugitive offender, while also noting that he remains on the U.S. sanctions. Canadian High Commissioner to Guyana, Sebastian Sigon, said the election of the opposition leader taking place would be a good thing for Guyana.
No real comments. We will have Parliament meeting on Monday with the election of the leader of the opposition. That's a good thing for Guyana. Thank you.
As we have been reporting, the meeting for the leader of the opposition is set for Monday morning at 10 o'clock. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Bristow Promotions, in association with the Caribbean Boxing Organization, alongside Guyana Boxing Association, present Caribbean Boxing Showdown, January 24th, 2026, live at the Cliff Anderson Sports Hall, featuring Guyana's finest: Desmond Amsterdam, Terrence Adams, Delon Charles, Quincy Gomes, Edmund DeClue, Joel Williamson, and Jamal Eastman, taking on top contenders from across the Caribbean. Tickets $2,500, ringside $5,000. January 24th. For more information, log on to CaribbeanBoxingOrganization.com.
Ready to position your brand at the heart of the region's most influential energy event? The Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo invites you to become a sponsor and connect directly with leaders shaping the future of energy and industry. Choose from 4 powerful tiers: Platinum, Diamond, Gold, and Silver. As a sponsor, your brand takes center stage, from live press conferences and magazine features to exclusive speaking opportunities and top-tier visibility across every major platform. Enjoy premium exhibition booths, media coverage, and access to hundreds of industry professionals and decision makers. Whether you want to lead discussions, host networking events, or elevate your brand presence, sponsorship puts your company at the forefront of opportunity and innovation.
No frills, just great prices at Courts. We don't just talk about it, we got it. Get the best in quality and prices on appliances, electronics, furniture, and much more. Get free gifts with select laptop and TV purchases. Shop today, pay later with Courts Ready Finance. Only at Courts, bringing value home. Offer ends January 24th, 2026. Conditions apply.
The Star in Rentals is coming to the West Side. Star Rentals is officially opening on the West Coast Demerara. For all your event needs, we've got you covered. Tents, tables and chairs, coolers, portacool, fans, and AC, stage lighting, LED screens, portable toilets, executive washrooms, and so much more. Join us for the Star Rentals grand opening, Saturday, January 31st at Lot G, Blankenburg, West Coast Demerara. Star Rentals, we got you covered.
Minister of Education Sonia Parag has made it clear that she will not condone students hitting and attacking their teachers, and those caught on camera attacking a teacher recently in a classroom will face suspension and possible expulsion. The Education Minister said an investigation of the incident has been launched and the students have been suspended while the investigation is underway. The findings of the probe could lead to the students being expelled. Speaking briefly via telephone this afternoon with News Source, Minister Parag said there is a zero-tolerance policy against violence and indiscipline that will be enforced.
I have given instructions to suspend the student because while we can do a one-size-fits-all, we have to look at things case by case, and I am absolutely not going to condone a student hitting a teacher. A teacher shouldn't have to endure that. And teachers are there to ensure that students are learning, etc. And schools are institutions that got rules and regulations, and they have to abide by them.
In the video that has gone viral on social media, a teacher could be seen attempting to part a fight between 2 girls at the Carmel Secondary School. As the teacher pushed the 2 girls away from each other, she came under attack by one of them and several other girls. The incident has once again thrown the spotlight on violence in schools and the issue of bullying. The government, through the Ministry of Education, recently launched a major campaign against bullying and violence among students and young people in general. Minister Parag said the efforts to curb the problem must pull together support from more than the government and educators.
You know, Gordon, this has to be like a national effort. This is not just a school environment. This has to come from the home. It has to be the parents involved. It has to be the teachers. It has to be the ministry, the government, the private sector. It's everyone that has to be involved in this kind of an issue. We are taking a zero tolerance approach to any kind of violence, whether it be student against student, student against teacher, student from one school to another school, school against school. So when I say zero tolerance, we're going to be working to drastically reduce bullying, violence that is stemming from bullying and so on. So it's a situation where I definitely want this to become something that I am going to work wholeheartedly on for the next 5 years, and that's the vision of the government as well.
Today, the Minister of Education also visited the Zeeburg Secondary School in Region 3, following another incident that was caught on camera and involved a student being attacked and being bullied by a group of boys. Minister Parag said a special assembly was hosted and the ministry's position on bullying and violence in schools was made clear to the students gathered. Well, the business right now, the One Communications company has announced that it has been able to achieve a 50% overall reduction of its copper network, covering both landline and digital subscriber line, to improve connectivity and reduce vandalism-related disruptions. The company said the transition has contributed to fewer service outages, reduced incidents of theft, and stronger, more reliable internet and voice services for customers. Last year, copper cables were frequently targeted due to their resale value, leading to repeated service interruptions for homes and businesses. With fiber, which is made of glass and has no resale value, the company said it is less attractive for theft and vandalism. According to Commercial Director for Home and Fixed Services, George Scott, the transition is about protecting customers and keeping them connected, no matter what they use the internet for. He noted that by reducing reliance on copper and expanding fiber and fixed wireless services, the company is seeing fewer outages, faster restoration times, and a more resilient network overall. During 2025, One Communications also expanded fiber coverage to more than 12,500 additional homes, bringing fiber access to 3 out of every 4 homes nationwide.
The Star in Rentals is coming to the West Side. Star Rentals is officially opening on the West Coast Demerara. For all your event needs, we've got you covered. Tents, tables and chairs, coolers, portacool, fans, and AC, stage lighting, LED screens, portable toilets, executive washrooms, and so much more. Join us for the Star Rentals grand opening, Saturday, January 31st at Lot G, Blankenburg, West Coast Demerara. Star Rentals, we got you covered.
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. Anyone who became 18 years or older on December 31, 2025 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone who you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as a person you are objecting to. You must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. It is an offense to make false objections. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Thursday, January 22, 2026. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Your own home is so much more than just 4 walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Washi. Hi people. Washing made so easy since I found Washi. Washing me use wash me clothes and I can say Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder leave me clothes smelling nice, of course. So give thanks to Washi soap powder for doing my laundry right. Keep my clothes color bright. Have my clothes smelling nice for sure. I could not ask for more. Comes in lemon and original. It is a washing machine in a pack. Washi soap powder wash clothes so nice. Washi soap powder leave your clothes color bright. Washi soap powder have my clothes smelling nice, of course.
Distributors located in the Starbrook Market.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. Anyone who became 18 years or older on December 31, 2025 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent, or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone who you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as a person you are objecting to. You must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. It is an offense to make false objections. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Thursday, January 22, 2026. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
The Ministry of Natural Resources, along with other government agencies, continue to clamp down on illegal mining operations in the country. The ministry announced today that more than 50 pieces of mining equipment and related materials were seized recently from unlicensed operators in the Northwest District. According to a statement from the Natural Resources Ministry, the seizures were made during compliance and enforcement exercises carried out in conjunction with the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission at several locations within the Eclipse Falls, Northwest area. Among the items seized were mining engines, generators, water pumps, hoses, and gold detection equipment, all of which were being used in contravention of the country's mining laws and regulations, the ministry said. The ministry also noted that the equipment have since been detained and lodged at the mines station pending further action. The ministry has reiterated that illegal mining and unregulated mining pose a serious environmental, economic, and safety risk, and it will not be tolerated. The enforcement exercises form part of the broader sustained strategy by the government to ensure compliance with the Mining Act and to protect Guyana's natural resources for present and future generations, according to the ministry. It said its enforcement operations will continue nationwide, and all findings and breaches identified during the enforcement activities will be made public, in keeping with the government's commitment to transparency. While the Guyana Police Force today confirmed that investigators found human remains and a number of firearms and toy guns during their search of a hideout area at 3 miles West Rock in Linden, where it is believed the wanted man Jamal Bourne fatally shot himself while playing around with a gun. The police said it conducted further investigations at the area on Wednesday, 1 day after initially locating the area and arresting 6 suspects. During Wednesday's operation, the police said a burnt area was examined and suspected burnt human remains, including ashes and bones, were discovered and secured for forensic analysis. Further searches at a nearby wooden structure resulted in the discovery of a suspected pistol with an empty magazine, 3 shotgun cartridges, a suspected spent 9mm shell, knives, clothing, and other items. The police said 3 toy rifles were also found in nearby bushes. The suspected remains will be presented to a government pathologist for examination, the police force said. The investigation was launched after the wanted man was seen on a video stream on Facebook with another man playing around with a gun before placing that gun to his head and fatally firing off a shot. It is suspected that the other persons who were hiding out with him burnt his body. 2 women are among the 6 persons in custody. Attorney General Anil Nandlal has clarified that Italy was no longer pursuing the extradition request of Netherlands businessman and suspected drug trafficker Vitesh Gupta after he reportedly struck a deal with the Italian authorities. Gupta was wanted for aggravated criminal conspiracy to commit international drug trafficking. A wanted bulletin had been placed for him on Interpol's red list since 2019. In March 2024, he was arrested here in Guyana and placed before the court as the extradition request was made. The Attorney General, during his weekly issues in a news program, denied that Gupta has any connection with the PPP government and that the government influenced the outcome of the case, which was thrown out by the local courts in 2024. The Attorney General said all local processes were followed and the government discharged its obligations in the case.
On the 28th of October 2024, the magistrate heard arguments from all sides and made a finding that there was not enough evidence to extradite Gupta. The magistrate made that finding. On the 28th of October 2024 and discharged Gupta. The magistrate made that finding. The police legal advisor who was appearing for the requesting state, Italy, subsequently got information from Italy that they were no longer pursuing the extradition request because Gupta was cooperating with the law enforcement agencies in Italy in relation to some other offenses. In other words, he struck some type of deal with the law enforcement people in Italy.
The matter of Gupta rose to prominence again last week when businessman Azruddin Mohammed accused the government of actively facilitating and pursuing his extradition, while it was lenient in the Gupta case. But the Attorney General said that Gupta spent 2 months on remand and was granted $2 million bail, while the Mohammeds were placed on $150,000 bail each and did not spend any time in the lockups. This, he said, is a clear indication that the government had nothing to do with the case.
This has nothing to do with government of Guyana. The government of Guyana played the role that the government of Guyana is playing now in relation to the extradition request. How is it that this implicates the government in some conspiratorial enterprise with this man Gupta?
Gupta continues to be involved in local businesses.
GCOM is currently conducting a claims and objections exercise to produce an official list of electors, OLE. Anyone who became 18 years or older on December 31, 2025 and is a Guyanese citizen by birth, descent or naturalization, or a citizen from a Commonwealth country living in Guyana for 1 year or more, you are eligible for inclusion in the OLE. GCOM has posted the preliminary list of electors, PLE, in all of the registration divisions across Guyana for you to check if you are listed, and if so, whether your particulars are accurate. You can object to anyone who you believe does not qualify for inclusion in the OLE. To do so, you must be listed in the same divisional list as the person you are objecting to. You must visit the GCOM registration office responsible for your area of residence to make an objection. It is an offense to make false objections. The objections aspect of this exercise will end on Thursday, January 22, 2026. For more information, contact the GCOM on 225-0278-9 or visit www.gcom.org.gy.
Your business is built on hard work, vision, and the drive to succeed. At GBTI, we understand what it takes to grow. That's why we offer Grow, a small business service designed to help your business expand, adapt, and reach its full potential. From new opportunities to new milestones, we're here to support you every step of the way. Grow from GBTI. Progress starts here.
Fruitopia, Fruitopia. It's a drink that's hype. Citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Guava, pineapple, that give me a vibe. We don't want nothing less compared to the rest. Fruitopia the best. Quench any thirst when it come to the test. Perfect thing for my lunch. Flavors pack a punch. Fruitopia, Fruitopia. It's a drink that's hype. It's citrus punch, fruit punch tastes nice. Fruitopia, the drink that rocks your lunchtime.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guyana is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guyana's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guyana has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall. In the region, Ecuador will impose a 30% tariff on goods from Colombia, a major electricity provider, starting on February 1, President Daniel Noboa said Wednesday, pointing to a trade deficit and lack of cooperation in fighting drug trafficking at their shared border. According to Reuters, Noboa, in a statement on X, said the measure will remain in place until there is a clear commitment to jointly tackle drug trafficking and illegal mining on the border with the same seriousness and determination that Ecuador is currently demonstrating. Colombian Energy Minister Edwin Palma blasted the tariffs as economic aggression in a social media post, saying he had ordered the dismantling of a recent initiative to allow private firms to take part in energy sales between both countries to limit potential scarcity. He said Colombia has acted with facts, cooperation, and solidarity, adding that Colombia provides 8% to 10% of Ecuador's power consumption. The U.S. has also signaled it could put pressure on Colombia as well as Mexico over drug trafficking through organized crime in their countries, following its dramatic January 3 attack on Caracas and capture of President Nicolas Maduro, whom Washington accused of being a narco-dictator. Mexican authorities have sent 37 inmates allegedly linked to powerful drug cartels to face trials in the U.S. after Trump floated the possibility of U.S. land strikes targeting organized criminal gangs inside Mexico. It marks the third round of extraditions of alleged criminals from Mexico to the U.S. over the past year, as President Claudia Sheinbaum's government faces accusations of appeasing Trump. Mexico's Secretary of Security, Omar Garcia, said in a post on X, the transfer detainees posed a threat to the country's security. The U.S. Justice Department welcomed the extraditions, declaring it a successful part of a broader strategy to destroy cartels. The 37 cartel members, the U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi said in a statement, will now pay for their crimes against the American people on American soil. Garcia confirmed U.S. prosecutors had committed to not pursuing the death penalties for the accused criminals and said they had been transported in accordance with national security law and under bilateral cooperation mechanisms with full respect for national sovereignty. And finally tonight, international news. Ukraine's President Zelensky says an agreement has been reached with the U.S. on security guarantees in the event of a ceasefire with Russia, but it is yet to be signed, BBC said in a report. According to the BBC, Zelensky was speaking to reporters after an hour-long meeting with Donald Trump at the World Economic Forum in Davos. In a speech to the world leaders, Zelensky criticized Europe for avoiding action and called on the continent to protect itself. Earlier, Trump said a settlement on the Ukraine war is coming very soon, as he joined other world leaders to inaugurate his Board of Peace. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.